Okay, good evening folks. It is the 20th of June 2010. Just going to take a look through the Euro Pound for the weekly outlook and what's sort of gone on in the past week. It's been a bit of a funny one, this one, in the past week or so. It's trying to make progress. We can see we had the TDF buy setup here on the daily chart, and then we had the big sort of bullish outside bar, which was, I believe, the Friday, and that was also a TDF buy bar as well. So quite a good sort of signal there that the market was going to go higher. And also looking here, we've broken the lower bat support, and we've made a 9 count buy setup, and we're actually going to post the thrust bar now in the weekly. So this is looking like a pretty good setup here. In terms of sort of going long short term, we're obviously expecting it to struggle up around this level, anywhere back up towards this trend line, and possibly other levels, even as quickly as that 84.40 level. So on the monthly we're still only on the fourth bar of a buy setup, so still expecting this just to keep going now and complete a buy setup in another 5 months time. So by then hopefully we'll be back down to take out that 74-79 level. But yeah, so looking at this at the moment, I'm obviously expecting, with the buy setup in place on the weekly, and we're just about to make the TDF thrust bar, I'm expecting that definitely to give us a move up here on this pair. We obviously completed the buy setup on the daily chart before, and also I think on the Euro Pound breakout there was a good entry maybe last Friday to the long side, which should still be open for anyone who's been trading it. I believe last week was actually a pretty bad week. I think there was several stops, at least one a day, maybe a couple of targets, and I think there was 2 stops on one day as well. So not really a great day for the breakout, but you can obviously see on this daily chart the kind of action that we've been having. So I'm sure we'll go through periods like that for sure. But hopefully on the back of that, the daily and the weekly chart here, we will see this pair start to move higher in the short term, eventually looking to kind of get more sellers in the market to look to go short. Going forward into this week, we're going to have this TDF buy setup in place, and as we know, very often a lot of this bar can get covered before the market starts to move higher. I don't really have any kind of thing that I want to do here where we currently are anyway. I'd like to see some more action first. We're going to complete a sell setup on Wednesday should we remain above the Thursday's close, which is 83.56. So yeah, it's a kind of tough one to call. I was looking to sell this 84.40 level at one point, but looking at this weekly chart, that wouldn't really get me high enough to complete the sell setup. So I would still look to sell this 84.40 level, but I would reckon it would probably be a sort of a first target job, and the rest would be break even. But you can never tell with these things, so that's why you obviously take the trade in anticipation, because we've seen in the euro US dollar, when it broke the weekly bat support, it just kept going, and it came down a long way below it. So the same thing could happen here on the euro, although I fear the pound could be in for some weakness quite soon, looking at a lot of the pound charts, I would say. So yeah, basically no plans to do anything on this pair yet, but as we come to Wednesday, if we're still hanging around that 84.40, then I would favour looking to take the TD sell setup should it stay in place. So yeah, I'll just take another look at this on Monday and see where we are at that point. Okay, cheers.